Community is food. Community is language. Food is a language of love. And as somebody that absolutely loves my culture, being able to tell stories while I'm cooking, the way that your Grammy and your aunties then used to talk. And I have people that still use those old videos on a Sunday morning when they getting ready to cook their stew fish. They cooking with me at all 20 something minutes. And I love that. I love that. They see with me on YouTube. They send me screenshots and it just makes me so happy. I call my show Bodine Pot because it's the way that I cook it. I
Mm.
only want to show you how to do it because when you cook it, it'll be L pot.
Mm.
That's your pot, Sharice pot, whoever pot.
It's
So when people come in the comments and they want to talk about, oh, you should do it this way, baby, that's your pot. Do what you're doing. Do what you're
yeah.
doing. Leave my pot alone. You could have
Mind your own pot.
please. Because, in the Bahamas, we love to tell people how to do things. But I can say, even if you have all of the exact ingredients that I have, and I cook it the way that I cook it, and you cook it the way that you cook it, fall on the same recipe, it could taste different. You know why? Because each of us, okay, so here's another Bahamian thing. My hand different from your hand. What that means is you have a unique way of cooking. My mommy could have the fat that she used from two different pots. And I could use my mommy fat and do exactly what it is that she do. And my food still wouldn't taste like her because her hand different for her pot.
I want to come back to what I wrote earlier when you said crack conch is Greek.
Hmm. So in our melting pot of Bahamian communities,
Mhm.
I did not know when I started to learn about the origins of Bahamian food that crack conch actually has Greek origins. And when you think about it, it makes sense because calamari ain't a Bahamian thing. Calamari is a very Greek. Uh, uh, yeah. Yeah. When you think about it, it makes sense because when you think about the way that they prepare calamari, conch has a similar texture, completely different taste, but similar texture. And so if you tenderize the conch because it's just so thick, and then you season it and flour it, and then you deep fry it, treat it the same way you treat calamari, you understand the connection. The conch salad itself is a ceviche, plenty lime, plenty.
Mhm.
Then you have your grilled conch. And Chef Simeon Hall, I think, is the most renowned food historian. The most renowned food historian currently in the Bahamas. And I say renowned because he has intentionally made it clear that his mission is to preserve food culture, to be a griot of types when it comes down to the origin of food. He's currently working on a book. I've had the pleasure of working along with him on a number of occasions. And his branding focuses on the story of the Bahamian food experience.
What are some favorites of yours, cuisine wise? And let me ask you this question. Don't curse me. Don't cuss
Hmm.
me, as we'd say. But maybe there is no answer to this. We know, and my listeners may not know, you and I know, that conch is queen in the Bahamas. And there's so many ways to cook it, so many ways to prepare it and eat it. Do you have a favorite preparation?
I get wrong. Plenty people love traditional conch salad.
Mm-hmm.
I love a tropical conch salad.
With
I just
the
Mhm.
mm-hmm. It's good.
With the pineapple.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like mine with the fruit in it. But for some strange reason, tropical conch salad is the thing for me. So for those of you who are into like the traditional, I taking nothing away from you. I can appreciate a traditional, but my belly say the tropical because it's sweet. It's sweet. It's spicy. It's limey. It's a pleasure to eat, and I think that fruit is the perfect complement to our conch. After that, I would say an old fashioned scotch, which is when you tenderize the conch and then you cut it. You cut it so that it looks like a bunch of little mini squares, which is a way to tenderize it. You serve it with sour orange, lime, salt, and gold pepper or bird pepper as a sauce. And you just let it sit there and marinate, and then you eat it. And it's served by the conch horn, which is the little nail, the little brown nail. Yeah. They serve it as one piece. Love that. But after that, my Bahamian meal, funny story, I do not like, I wouldn't order stew conch.
Mm.
You take me anywhere, I wouldn't order stew conch. But baby, stew me a grouper,
Mm.
don't bread it. Fry, like lightly fry it in some butter, and then take that oil and some grouper broth and make me a stew grouper. Wow. And it have to be dark. Like the flour have to be dark. Don't give me no white stew, because that's a chowder.
Yeah.
He- What y'all doing? That's not stew. The flour ain't cook. You gotta toast the flour until it brown, not light brown either. It gotta be like almost milk chocolate brown.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
gotta be a
milk
dark
chocolate.
roux.
Yeah. So y'all stop playing around on the go. We all play it. I ain't gonna tell you what to do with your pot, but don't do that.
How about a Bahamian dessert that you enjoy?
Now, funny story. I am the coconut goddess. But if I had to choose between a coconut tart and a pineapple tart, baby, it's a pineapple tart every day.
Okay.
It's a pineapple tart. And if it's the old-fashioned one, if it's the old-fashioned crust, then it can't be super sweet. It has, because the pineapple already sweet. One sugarloaf pineapple tart, yeah, that's me.
Oh,
But the coconut one,
mhm.
I mean, yeah, I like coconut, but I love me a pineapple. I think y'all should be noticing the trend here.
Pineapple. And that pineapple is very Bahamian, so you're on brand for
But not for the coconut goddess.
not for the coconut goddess. A pineapple goddess doesn't have the same ring to it.
It really doesn't. But the coconut goddess really and truly just speaks to the versatility of the coconut plant. And so I have taken it as my personal symbol. I am the coconut.